What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Hype live at it again with another video. We are on the daily of daily videos that are coming your way, baby. So I do appreciate you if you are watching these videos. If you are watching this right now, please chuck me a like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel. It means so much to me. Thank you. But anyways, today's video is about a comment that I received on my 5th video, how to become a YouTuber. And the comment's by Sarah. And what the video is about is how to become a YouTuber. And I'm basically overlaying my own opinions over PewDiePie. I'm over here in this corner, maybe about, yay big. And then he's taking up the whole screen. And I just kind of like pause and, give my own opinions on everything. But anyways, with the comment that Sarah... and a shout out to you, Sarah. Go check her out. Like the comment. But yeah, this is her comment. So you said you waited to make your videos because you didn't want the world to see the wrong version of yourself. But I don't think there's such a thing. There are many versions of ourselves, and each one is a part of us and helps us become a better person. So you should do a video that explains who you were back then, your mindset, your priorities, and etc. And the steps you took to get to where you are now, and how you grew and finally got to the point of feeling good about yourself that you wanted to share with all of us. And obviously I want to share my whole life story with every single one of y'all. And like I said again, thank you if you're watching this video. Because this video is going to get a little deep, just letting y'all know. It's going to be probably my deepest video yet. But anyways, I didn't want the world to see the wrong version of myself, because I just wasn't maturely there yet. I was all about going to work, making my money, spending my money on the girls, on stupid things that I don't even need. I probably threw half of the stuff away with the stuff I've accumulated over the past 24 years of my life. So but anyways, now I do agree with the fact that, like, with the wrong, or like with the worst versions of ourselves, like we do have multiple versions. And the version that I was there, I just wasn't there. I made constant mistakes with every girl I was with, even at the house, like with the mom and my sisters. Like I wasn't there. I wasn't good enough for y'all because there's a saying that goes, if you're not good for yourself, then you're not, or if you're not good for yourself, you're not good for anybody else. So I wanted to be good for myself before I could be good to y'all. Also, I'd say my mindset back then was very militant. I was always working. I was thinking about water constantly because I was sweating 3 gallons a day, and also faking it till you make it. And I don't agree with faking it till you make it, because I mean, that just it puts a false hope, I guess, in your head, like just keep faking it till you make it. No, just be true to yourself, but also just try to put a smile on. I mean, don't fake it, just let it come genuinely. But I can also remember a huge turning point in my life, and I can remember the exact date. It was November 29th of 2016. And on that day, I was in shock. I cried for weeks. I was in one of the most, like, breakdown scenes of my whole life. Like, I didn't think I was ever going to recover. I didn't think the person who I was, I basically felt like I lost my identity that day. So by trying to wake up with a smile on my face was hard. Keeping a smile on my face, and even going to bed with a smile on my face, like being just happy for myself, wasn't there. So what I did was I was trying to cope with my demons at first by myself, but that wasn't working. So I actually went to go see some professional help with a therapist, and there's nothing wrong with doing so. But thankfully for me, it only took really like one visit to really get to where I am today. And so I'm in the office, with her, and we're talking, and she was like, uh, we were going back and forth about our conversations, and she was leading me into the right direction. She said, "Well, if you feel like that, then try doing something that doesn't make you feel like that. Do something that makes you happy, and do what you want to do that you think will make you happy. Even if you don't know it does, just try to do it and see if it does." And so I was like, okay. And so I told her, I was like, I think I want to start YouTube. And ironically, I'm doing YouTube now, but uh, back then I wasn't the guy that was ready then to do it. So I bought this nice camera. I lost the camera. I don't even know where it's at. I wish I had it because I'd be using that camera instead of the camera I have now. But anyways, so I bought this camera. It was about like a $500 camera. I saved up for it. Started filming myself. Did like little tiny vlogs. Little diaries to myself, like how I'm doing right now. But I didn't never posted them. I just always stayed on the camera, and that's just where they relay to this day. I don't even know where the camera's at. But after that, I continued dancing. Like I was a dancer growing up, so I've been dancing at the time like since like 2014, and I kind of like stopped around like 2017 time. Uh, but anyways, so what I did after I tried the YouTube, I went to dancing, and then dancing just wasn't cutting it, so I bought a truck. So this truck was a 1996 truck. I was like, maybe a project might help me. And this was I bought it at some like mom and pop dealership uh, over in the backwoods of the country. And I was like, I'll take it if it runs. And they had to take the jump box out there, crank it up with the jump box on it. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. So I got a good deal on it, and brought it home. Anyways, the truck didn't make it. Let's just say that it was running good. It was running great. I got it to a lot of work in it, but I'll save that for another video because that would be a banger. I promise, banger all the way. But anyways, I so after that, I just got to a point where I was like, okay, I just need to go get a drink with a buddy. So I ended up going out with a couple guys. Occasionally, we'd go out after work, grab a couple beers, and then eat. Then that relationship kind of fell off, and then I was like, okay, well then I found my one of my best friends. His name is Cody, and Cody got me through it for sure. Like he was always there at a positive attitude. We were always there for each other in a sense, and that's the kind of friendship you want whenever you're feeling down. Like someone that's like no matter what, they're gonna be there for you, or they'll give you that sense of mind. Like, look, don't worry, dude. Just call me up, if you need something. Like that's the kind of relationship we have, and it's like I do the same for you, man. And so one day we were drinking, and we're like, the bowling alley's right over there, right? And I was like, yeah, the bowling alley's over there. What you got in mind, Code? He goes, maybe let's go bowling. And it was like, I used to go bowling. He said he used to go bowling a lot, and I was like, okay, I guess I can try to learn some things because I'm all about learning. And so now we have started going out every Tuesday night, grabbing a couple beers at the bar, and then going bowling. So after doing that for a while, he actually kind of like stopped going after we kind of built up a little group. So I started going with this little group, and then they fell off, and I ended up bowling by myself for over a year by myself, and every Tuesday. And I mean, I did make some friends along the way up there, but I still did it. Like I did it. Let's go. But anyways, during that time, I also bought a bike, and this bike needed a little fixing, but not really. Um, I was like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'll ride a bike around because I mean I'll get better gas mileage. I'll it's better than like the gas mileage on a motorcycle is like 35 miles a gallon with the 250 cc engine I had on it. So I was getting about 35 miles to the gallon, and compared to my Jeep, it was like 18 miles to the gallon. So I'm like, heck yeah, economics. So I got that bike, and then I was riding. I've been riding it around for a while. I haven't lost interest in it yet, but then my one of my buddies helped me build a computer, and with the computer, like I was like, yeah, I would love to do like streaming. I would love to, play video games, stream video games, record, because that's what I was into watching at the time. I was watching like a lot of YouTubers do that, and I was like, it looks so much fun to be your job, like, and that like their purpose of living was like they were always happy in a sense, and that's what I wanted, was to be happy, and ended up not doing it. Computer sat for over a year. I still went bowling, and then I kind of fell off from bowling once quarantine started. And so after when that came around, I was like, when quarantine came around, I was like, okay, well, I guess I've always wanted to listen to like podcasts and like engross myself and try to learn that way, because I know I would think that would be a great way to learn, is by listening to others and their wisdom. And I followed some people on Facebook that have podcasts that are a little bigger than like your average Joe. But I mean, I was like, I'm interested in this, and let's see where I can. I was looking up positivity, like motivated stuff. Like let's get motivated. So that's literally what I did. I just typed in motivated on Spotify. I found a podcast, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. I listened to all like 90 episodes, and then I found one of the guys I really follow like on Facebook pretty heavy, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he had a podcast. So I click on that. I'm like, wow, like I'm getting totally engrossed in it. And then through that, I found a person in one of his interviews that had a book, and I was like, okay, well, and this guy was interesting. Like I listened to the podcast at least like three times, maybe four times. And I think these are like hour episodes too, so it's not like no joke when it comes to like these episodes. So I'm listening, and I'm like, okay, I really like the way this guy thinks. And then I was like, he's got a book, so I got the book. I was at the library. I went to the library one day because I was like, you know what, maybe I should start reading books. And if you know me, I am not a reader. I hate reading with a passion. Love math, hate reading. But I was like, I guess I never found anything that I was interested in, because it was all like nonfiction that we read all the time, and nothing really. I couldn't get anything out of those kind of books. Like I don't get entertainment out of books. I want to get knowledge out of books. Um, Actual facts or belief. I don't want to go too far into it, but anyways, I went to the store. I was trying to find like the art or the author of the book, and I'm scrolling through my Spotify, and my iPad's almost dead. I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta find it. Ended up finding it with like 2% left on my. I was like, thank God. So, and I ended up finding the book that I wanted to read, and he's got more books out there. His name is Vishen Lakhiani, uh, and but anyways, I found the book. I've been reading that book, and ever since I've started reading that book, I've learned more about myself, and that's what I love. Like I'm actually like learning myself again. Like I feel like I'm learning my inner child, that I remember what I once was with my intuition and my spark in my life, and so by doing that, reading this book, now I'm getting into meditating and like wanting to get deeper into like myself, and it might sound weird saying that also, and I went vegan, so There's just been like a whole like turnaround. You could say it's my midlife crisis, but I feel like this is the beginning. This is my absolute beginning. This is my, I guess, like I've been brought back as a new onto this earth. But and that's really kind of like where I am today, and I'm making these videos. I finally got the courage enough to be like, you know what? I would love to see myself 20 years from now and look at this video and be like, thank you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for making that step. Thank you. Like this is one of the reasons why like I would love to watch myself grow, and I want to watch other people grow. And I have plans like I want to interview people and say, look, you'll get this. If you had one thing to say to your family line right now, what would one thing that you can motivate your family line that motivates you right now? What would be that motivation? What would be that phrase, that sentence? Because mine is, if you don't start now, it'll never get done. And by starting now, you make the first step to walking out the door. But anyways, that's where I am, and I am enjoying every second of it. It's fun. It's like I'm going through such an eye-opening moment that it's so great. But like how I end every episode, guys, if you don't start now, it'll never get done. So by making that first step, you are getting closer and closer to walking out that door. So thanks again for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you. And much love, much peace. I'll see you tomorrow.